Welcome to our QBasic lesson 12, Principles of Programming. As we can all see on the screen, another way of using an input statement in QBasic. Today's segment is going to be awesome. Today being lesson 12, we are going to focus on another way of using, or more or less declaring or using input statements in QBasic. And as you can all recollect, in our previous lesson we use an input statement where we then run the program, and the program then requests our first name and then request again our last name where we provided, and then the program output then print by mentioning our name and then saying what nice to meet us. Having said that, today we are going to then focus on how to use another way of using an input statement, okay, to perform calculation in QBasic. Having said that, let's dive straight to today's lesson practically. As you can all see, this is my QBasic window, so I'll first clear the screen. Then after me clearing the screen, now the whole concept is we building how to call a program or writing the program, and the program is going to request an input, meaning we should enter the first integer, and for that it will request another second integer. Then after that it's going to go ahead to perform calculation for us. So let's look at how that has been done. So I'll just clear the screen and go by saying dem, and I'll say num1 as integer. Then I'll go by saying dem again, num2 also as integer. Then after that I'll go ahead by saying input, so I want the program to request a prompt. Okay, so the prompt is going to be enter first integer. Enter first integer to add. And that first integer is going to be num1. Then I'm going to request another input, and I'll say enter second integer. That's how I'm going to call it. Second integer to add. And that second integer is going to be num2. Then after that, what I would like to do is that when the user then go ahead and then enter the first integer, so like 5, and then the program will go ahead and request another prompt by saying enter second integer. Then the person will enter like another 5 again. Then I want the program should then perform a little math by adding what the user, then the first number the user was input, and then the second number the user was input, by adding them together. So how do we do that? So after doing this, we just go ahead and say print, and we'll go by saying print num, because I want it to be a question, so num 1 plus, okay, num 2 equal to, then now I'll now bring the arithmetic operator, which is going to be num 1 plus num 2. So when I run the program, now the program is going to display the question that the first input, any number I bring here, which being the num 1, the program is going to bring that number here, and then when I go ahead and then insert the second number, the program is going to display that second number here and then give me the answer by adding them. Now let's look at that. So I'll just go ahead and click on run and click on start. So you could see here it's then requesting what? Enter first integer. So I'm going to say 5 and press enter, and it's going to request another prompt again. I'm going to say 5 again, press enter. Then you can see that it's saying 5 plus, which is num, the num is omitted. Okay, what is the problem? Now you can see that here I said num 1 plus num 2. Now the num 2 here is being omitted because when you see the name I gave to it, there's not much what is providing. I mean, the second number, the name I gave to, I gave it num 2, but I spell it NUM, so that's the problem. So let's go that, let's correct that. So I'll press enter. So I'm going to then go ahead and then take this comma off, then I'll make it semicolon. Then in here, because I say NUM2, so that's what I did. So now let's run the program again. So I'll go ahead and click on start and click on run. Okay, so I'll say 5, press enter, 5 again, press enter, and you can see the result is now okay. So you can see that the mistake I did previously was that I brought comma here. Okay, let me just show you. So this side here, instead of bringing semicolon, I went ahead and brought comma like this. So when you bring comma like this, the program is going to ignore this. Okay, it's just like you're writing a comment, so that's not what I'm doing. So you have to bring semicolon like this. So when you bring the semicolon and then you run the program by going to run and click on what we have start, you can see that the program will request the first input, which is an integer. So I'm going to say, let's say 10, press enter, then I'll say 5 again, and then the result is going to be 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. So that is another way of what? Of requesting a user input to perform calculation. Thank you guys so much. As always, that is just that.
Armstrong I.T training and software hub. We're leading the way. We're leading the way. Bringing our ICT to your doorstep every day. Every day. Where vision meets excellence, we stand strong. Transforming students where they belong. Armstrong I.T training. Armstrong I.T training.